Hello viewers, welcome to this tutorial. Now in this we're learning how to receive input from the user. Okay, it's good we know how to declare variables and how to use variables, because variables is a great deal here. So if we want to receive values from the user, we might eventually use the variables, or sorry, the values we see from the user in our code somewhere else. We can't just receive a data for receiving sake. So it's good to store the received inputs from the user in a variable. Okay, and now there is an inbuilt function used in receiving input from the user. We use the inbuilt function called input. So this input is what is used to receive from the user. It gives the user the ability to enter into the system, okay, at the command line. It gives the user that ability. So we want to receive an input from the user, and we know that we want to store that in a variable so we could use it later. So we want to receive the user's name. We go user's name is equal to input. Now it's interesting because we all know that when we declare a variable, the next thing that should be in the variable is the value we want to put in the variable. Does it mean that this input function will end up storing itself in the variable? No. The reason being is this input function enables the user to enter in values. Okay, so you've declared a variable called username. So this variable will say, okay, anything at the right side of the equal sign will be what I will store within myself. And this input will also give the user the capacity to write in any value. So the value the user writes in will be what will be stored inside the username variable. Thanks for understanding that one. Alright, so let's continue. So we want to print what the user receives, or what the user enters, sorry. There is one mistake with this. I want to run it so I show you the flaw we have in this. So let's run the code. Now there is nothing being displayed to the user. They are not telling the user anything. Enter your name or whatever. They are not telling the user anything. So if the user types prints, you see it displays prints. But unfortunately, what if the user doesn't know he or she has to enter the name? Okay, so that is what brings in of displaying a message to the user. So this input function also has one ability by being able to display a message to the user. So the input function is used to receive from the user and has the ability to display a message to the user. So a message, we want to display a string message, so we bring our single quotes and say enter your full name. Okay, so all this thing is part of the string. I brought just the space and the colon for readability, so there'll be space in between them. Alright, so enter your name. So let me run the code, and there is it. Enter your full name. So prints. So it prints for us. So this helps us to be able to communicate a message for the user. And the reason why the value the user enters is stored in the variable is because you've assigned the input function which receives the value to the username. Alright, so there is another trick we could use. Now this is enter your full name. What if you want to bring another line so the user will enter the name instead of entering the name right at the side of the enter your full name? So what we have to do is declare a variable. Hey, did I say declare a variable? We have to use the print function and say enter your full name. Okay, so enter your full name. So this will print a message to the user, which we already know. The print function shows something. Enter your full name. Then after the print function, we bring this input. So there is no need for this message again, unless the message will be duplicated. So what this will do is it will display this message to the user, and then it will bring the user's entry to the other line. It will allow the user to enter just beside the enter your full name. So let's see it. So you see, it's not allowing us to enter right at the top. Is bringing us to another line, so we enter print. Alright, so this is eventually another way of doing it, but I feel this one is more reliable, just having username and enter your full name. But depending on your need, use any you need. Alright, so enter your full name, and then it stores in the variable and we display it in the print function. So there are several things we could receive from the user. Now just see this trick. Enter your number. Let's change this to number, user number. Let's change this to user number. Alright, and let's say enter your number. Okay, so just watch this. We are saying enter your number, right? And we want to add the number to 2. So, and in Python and basic programming, we cannot add a string to a number. Okay, now why am I saying that? Let's run and see. So enter your number 23. it says can only concatenate string to, not int to string. Alright, what it means is anytime the input function receives a value from the user, by default it's a string. Either the user enters a number, either the user enters anything you can imagine, it's a string. So let's see, print type, print username, and print type of username. Now this type is a built-in class to search for the data type or the class type of any value you put in. Alright, so we tell the user to enter the number, we run the code, the user enters, prints, and it displays the print and say print is a string. Perfect. So we run again, enter your number, we enter 34, it says 34 is a string. We run again, enter maybe your number, we say true, and it will say true is a string, but it's not true. Okay, so the input function by default receives as a string. Either you enter a bool value, a number, anything, by default it receives as a string. So if you want to receive it in the form of a number, we use the int class. Alright, so we have to bring before the input statement int, open a bracket and make sure you close the bracket, lest you be receiving some errors. So the int has its open and close bracket, and the input also has its open and close bracket, and after I want to display them, so we can now add any value we want to add to it. 23. Alright, so let's run the code, enter your number 23. So 23 plus 23 will give you 46. Okay, I just forgot. So 23 plus 23 will give you 46. So this is how it works. If you want to receive an integer value, make sure you just bring the int, bring the open and close curly bracket before you bring the input, which gives you the capacity to receive a value, less it to convert everything to string, okay, by default. So this is how it works, and make sure you just be able to navigate through. So you can define more than one variables, username, and we say input. So enter your name, enter your full name. There's no need to convert this because it's already a string. We say user age, input, enter your age. Alright, but we have to identify it of being an int. Okay, so input, enter your age. Alright, so then we print and say hello username. So hello username, you are user age you are user age years old. Okay, so this is basically how it is. We're just mixing variables, so it will hello and print the value in the username, you are, it will print the value in the user age and years old. So simple as that. So enter your full name, new print, and enter your age, 49. Okay, 48. So hello knee prince, you are 48 years old. So this is just how to kind of mix some fewer things and deal with them. So you can practice this, and you can add a user class as well to it, and it will be a very good start for you. So this is it, and thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the chat below. You can subscribe and ring that bell for more videos.